Shocking twist. Johannah Duggar's secret wedding and pregnancy leaves Jim Bob heartbroken. In a revelation that has sent ripples through both fan communities and mainstream media alike, Johannah Duggar, the youngest of the Duggar siblings, has reportedly taken two of the most life-altering steps a young adult can take. She has secretly married her partner Sam and is now expecting her first child. For a family whose every move has been meticulously documented for decades, this series of events represents a seismic shift, a blend of personal liberation, unexpected secrecy, and deeply human vulnerability that challenges everything fans thought they knew about the Duggar household. The news has ignited a storm of discussion, as observers grapple not only with the secrecy of the marriage, but also with the emotional impact on patriarch Jim Bob Duggar, whose heart reportedly weighs heavy with surprise and grief. To contextualize the magnitude of Johannah's choices, it is important to understand the environment in which she was raised. The Duggar family has long exemplified conservative Christian values, promoting a lifestyle deeply rooted in obedience, public presentation, and a strict adherence to family tradition. Courtships, engagements, and weddings are more than personal milestones. They are symbolic events that reflect faith, loyalty, and the public image of a family constantly under scrutiny. Johannah, as the youngest daughter, grew up navigating both the privileges and constraints of this environment. While she was nurtured with care and guided with intention, the path to personal autonomy has always been intertwined with family expectations, public visibility, and the scrutiny of millions. According to insiders, whispers of Johannah's romantic life first surfaced quietly months ago. Observers noted subtle changes in her behavior, a more private approach to social media, selective participation in family events, and moments of reflective contemplation that seemed to signal significant personal developments. Friends who have interacted with Johannah and Sam describe a relationship founded on mutual respect, shared values, and emotional compatibility. Sam is said to be a steady, supportive presence who not only understands the pressures of being part of the Duggar orbit, but also encourages Johannah to make decisions grounded in her own convictions rather than external expectations. It is within this context that Johannah reportedly decided to marry Sam in a discreet ceremony, signaling a commitment to personal agency while remaining rooted in love and faith. The secrecy surrounding the marriage is itself a point of fascination and analysis. Unlike her older siblings, whose engagements are typically celebrated publicly with orchestrated photography, social media announcements, and large family gatherings, Johannah's ceremony remained largely under the radar. Experts in family dynamics and media scrutiny suggest that this choice may reflect both a desire to protect her emotional well-being and a sophisticated understanding of the pressures of living in a household where private decisions are often treated as public spectacle. By maintaining discretion, Johannah asserted control over her narrative, ensuring that the milestone was experienced first and foremost as a personal and intimate event rather than a public performance. The emotional stakes of this revelation are profound, particularly for Jim Bob Duggar. As patriarch, he has traditionally overseen and guided the romantic and marital decisions of his children, balancing faith, tradition, and public perception. Reports indicate that Jim Bob experienced a complex mix of emotions upon learning of Johannah's secret wedding and pregnancy. Pride in her maturity and independence, but also heartbreak at being bypassed in the traditional family channels for engagement and ceremony. Analysts note that this reaction is not unexpected. Patriarchs in highly structured families often derive identity and purpose from guiding milestones, and deviations from established patterns can trigger both grief and introspection. For Jim Bob, the shock likely stems from a combination of concern for Johannah's well-being, a sense of missed familial ritual, and the need to reconcile personal values with his daughter's autonomous choices. The pregnancy adds an additional layer of complexity and emotional resonance to the story. Johannah's journey into motherhood, set against the backdrop of a secret marriage, represents both a personal triumph and a moment of significant responsibility. Observers highlight that pregnancy in a high-profile family entails both joy and scrutiny, with every detail, from healthcare decisions to social appearances, subject to public discussion and analysis. Johannah's approach, characterized by discretion and intentionality, demonstrates a sophisticated understanding of how to navigate the intersection of personal joy, family dynamics, and public perception. Friends and confidence suggest that she has approached her pregnancy with careful planning, prioritizing her health, emotional well-being, and the creation of a supportive environment for her growing family. Analyzing the broader implications, Johannah's actions reflect a pivotal moment in the evolution of the Duggar family narrative. Her secret marriage and pregnancy challenge long-standing norms regarding visibility, obedience, and parental oversight. They also illustrate the tension between individual agency and family tradition, a recurring theme for families under intense public scrutiny. Johannah's decision to act first and announce later highlights the importance of personal autonomy, suggesting a generational shift in how young Duggar family members may approach love, commitment, and family milestones in the years ahead. From a social perspective, fan reactions have been varied and emotionally charged. Some have expressed excitement and admiration, celebrating Johannah's courage and independence, and applauding her ability to navigate complex family and media pressures with discretion and grace. Others have expressed surprise, questioning why the marriage was kept secret and how this development might affect family cohesion, sibling relationships, and public perceptions. Social media platforms have been inundated with speculation, analysis, and emotional commentary, reflecting the deep connection viewers feel to the Duggar family story and the intensity of public interest in any deviation from expected patterns. Experts in family systems and high-profile dynamics note that Johannah's situation provides a fascinating case study in personal agency within structured environments. The choice to marry and pursue pregnancy quietly demonstrates a balance between respecting familial tradition and asserting independence, a delicate equilibrium that requires foresight, emotional intelligence, and strategic thinking. Johannah's story is likely to inspire reflection not only among Duggar fans, but also among anyone navigating the challenges of pursuing personal goals in the shadow of family expectations and public scrutiny. It is also worth noting the personal resilience required for Johannah to navigate these life-changing events. Growing up under intense scrutiny, every step is magnified, every decision dissected, and every deviation from established patterns analyzed. Her ability to marry and begin a family in a manner consistent with her own values speaks to her maturity, determination, and emotional intelligence. Observers note that she has not only managed to protect her personal happiness, but has done so in a way that minimizes potential conflict, demonstrating a level of strategic planning and personal strength that is both admirable and instructive. As the news continues to circulate, the Duggar family is likely to navigate a period of adjustment. Johannah's marriage and pregnancy may prompt discussions about autonomy, communication, and the evolution of family expectations. It may also serve as an opportunity for reflection on the balance between tradition and personal choice, offering lessons to both family members and audiences about the importance of trust, respect, and emotional intelligence in navigating milestones that blend personal joy with familial responsibility. In terms of public narrative, Johannah Duggar's story highlights the complex interplay of visibility, secrecy, and personal agency. While her marriage and pregnancy were initially private, the revelation now invites scrutiny, discussion, and emotional engagement from a global audience. This dynamic underscores the pressures faced by young adults in highly visible families and demonstrates the nuanced strategies required to maintain privacy, protect emotional well-being, and assert independence in the context of public life. Johannah's approach, combining discretion with intentional action, may well redefine expectations for her younger siblings and set a precedent for how future milestones are approached within the family. From a human perspective, the emotional weight of this story is profound. Johannah's choices reflect universal themes: love, autonomy, courage, and the creation of a life on one's own terms. Her journey reminds viewers that even within structured, high-profile environments, individuals can exercise agency, make deliberate choices, and pursue happiness in ways that are deeply personal and meaningful. The secrecy of her marriage and the timing of her pregnancy underscore the value of protecting one's own narrative while navigating complex family dynamics. A lesson relevant to anyone seeking balance between personal desire and collective expectation. Thanks for watching.